And we're live. Beautiful. Good morning, everybody. My name is Logan. I hope you're having a good day today. I really wanted to play some more Snowrunner. I tried some stuff off stream yesterday just to test a few things out. Oh, by the way, thank you for coming to the stream. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the bell. I want to do my Snowrunner streams on Friday nights, but streams may spring up here or there as I have time. What I did last time is I tried to stage some logging stuff in the White Western Star. The White Western Star, I do not believe, is strong enough to pull logs. Logging is kind of the next big thing. And we do not have a truck strong enough to do logging, and some of our other trucks are lacking upgrades. So here's what I've done. I have put all three of my most capable trucks, including the Chevy Scout, the Fleet Star, as well as the White Western Star. And I'm using the Fleet Star as a fuel carrier, just in case. And I have a Scout repair trailer also at the warehouse. We are at the southwestern side of Smithville Dam, about to go to Drummond Island. So I'm going to take my Chevy Scout truck and scout Drummond Island because we need upgrades and we need another truck. So let me record locally and we'll do this here. So that's what we're doing today. So I want to hop into my Chevy 1500 and I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go, man. Get in my truck and go. Oh, a Pacific logging truck? Can I get that? That's probably what I need. I probably need a Pacific P something, because I tried to stage some logging stuff off stream, and it just didn't do terribly well. So let's go. Let's drive around. Where's our first tower? Geesh, I don't even know. I'm just gonna be driving around until I find stuff. I don't know if this map has a garage or a fuel station or anything, which is why I stage things the way I stage them. I wanted to put all of the trucks. Okay, mud wrestling. It's Ted from the auto repair place. Some city folk thought it might be nice to get back to nature. Surprise, surprise, they got stuck in the mud. I'd complain, but I make most of my income off these fools. Can you help? Okay. So it seems like that is a truck recovery, probably. So we already got it. We already got one task for this. I bet there's something to do up at that antenna over there. I would imagine. What's this sign say? It's probably just says to Smithville Dam. I don't know the lay of the land, so I'll have to follow. Okay, it's a tunnel. Yeah, so that sign is signifying a gateway. I'm going to see if I can see any towers. Any observation towers in the distance. Right now I don't. But I just have to be patient. Opportunities will present themselves. Be patient and follow the signage. Okay, tower there. Tower there. Okay. I'm gonna continue along the track and not turn. I'm just gonna continue along the track. This is completely uncharted territory. Since I have a few capable trucks, I'm doing the scouting a little differently. I'm going to scout in this truck as much as possible. I'll bring a fuel carrier in if I need to refuel, because I have a fuel carrier at the warehouse just outside the gateway. Okay, yeah, so it looks like this leads to the tower. Oh, is this a ferry? Yeah, this looks like a ferry and like a dockside warehouse. That's cool. All right, so I'm gonna push this way. I don't know why I'm marking markers. I just need to, I guess, stay along the highway. and then I'll find stuff. But I brought fuel, I brought repair parts. What's this? Forged by the sea. Tony again, a little birdie told me that a cargo ship washed ashore. Oh, it's a cargo ship, not a ferry. Cargo ship washed ashore not too far from here. Hypothetically, if my employer was interested in that cargo and would pay you to retrieve it, would it spark your interest? Sure. I accept all jobs. When I get around to doing them, I can't tell you, but I'll accept all jobs. I will absolutely 100% accept all jobs. Okay, so there's a fuel station in that direction. I'm gonna stay on the track. I'm going this way. There's a tower. Okay, so that is a tower. Is there a way over there? There is a way across the river. Down there. I can, you know what? I'm gonna try to cross the river. Because the more towers I can light up, get the lay of the land, then I can actually start working here and finding things. Based on the loading screen, it looks like there's a Pacific logging truck here. And logging is the next big thing. I need more logging capable truck. Here, I'm going to put in diff lock. This mud is very, very sticky. Yep. I believe I can cross the river. I'm just going to ride across in low gear and diff lock. Because I don't want to dig holes. And I'm going to aim for this pole. I want to avoid recovery when possible over here. Because recovering to a garage would set me back like a 10-minute drive from the garage on Smithville to the gateway. So I need to be aware of that. Like that would be a massive setback. Okay, yeah, so let's set a course for the tower just to be cautious. So it's along this road, presumably, yeah, I see it. This road wraps around here. Okay, so there is a mountain road that goes all the way up. So there's at least dirt track all the way up to the tower. So I'm going to head up there and see what we see. And I have to be careful, again, because recovery, at least at this point, is not an option. I don't know where the garage is. I don't know if there is a garage. Okay, so that's the port. Okay, so there... Oh, there's a road that cuts through here up. Oh, and there's some kind of big trailer over here. You know what? I'm going to continue along this track. Unlock this trailer for the points. Also, any trailers that are on this map that I can make note of would be handy. Because I am going to need trailers. Absolutely going to need trailers. What is that, a ramped flatbed? Looks like. It's got steel beams on it. Yep. Ramped flatbed, and it's a dolly hitch. So it doesn't require a saddle. That's good to know where this is. It has concrete slabs and beams on it. You know what? I'm gonna, like a professional, shift into reverse. Put it in drive. Do a quick little K-turn. And then what I'm going to do is I want to... yeah, I'm going to go up this little hill where there's a break in the trees. So I just need to keep an eye out for a break in the trees. That's a grade that the truck should be able to take. Scouting is going to be slow going here. I might run out of fuel at some point, but I can bring the fuel truck around. Yeah, here it is. I think whatever that Pacific logging truck on the loading screen is the truck I need. It looks like a beast. Okay. Can I cut through there? Maybe. I can, but it wouldn't be necessary. I'm gonna stay on the track. Now is not the time for heroics or shortcuts. I have no idea what the lay of the land is. Okay, oh, and there's the gateway. There's the gateway we came in at. Yeah? Yeah, it must be. Oh, no, it's not. It's another point of interest. Yeah, that's something over there. Maybe a task? Because I see like a safety green task zone. Here, I'm going to put it in diff lock preemptively. And we got to back her up because we don't have the tight turning circle for that maneuver. Over. Okay, wow. Okay. That opened up a lot of the map. Okay, what's... Okay, so here's an upgrade. There's 10 hut. I have a feeling I need to get here. This is probably going to be a massive operational hub. I need to get here. Is there a safe way over there? There is. There's a safe way over there from here. So I can double back. Yeah, I can double back. Yeah, we're going to have to cross a river. And we're going to have to go up a tight forest road. But there is kind of a windy, tight forest road that brings us out here, and then the rest is all highway. So I'm going to take this truck up this forest road. And then... Because I don't know if there's a garage here or something. I just know that this is a massive shipping operation, so I suspect that a lot of contracts and tasks will lead us to and from there. So good to know what's over here. There's also an upgrade there and a task here and a sideboard trailer. So that's good to know. And then, oh, what is this? This is... Okay, a service trailer. We're going to need that. And I want to get those upgrades. I just need to safely turn around. Get myself off this mountain. Because I'm kind of out of money. I overinvested when I was offline. I tried for like an hour or so yesterday. When I was offline, I overinvested in logging equipment. I overinvested in a hydrolift logging channel, and it pulls long logs. I tried to pull long logs in the Western Star, and it was having trouble pulling the trailer in its folded configuration. So I said to myself yesterday, I said, my equipment is not up for this. And what do you do in this game when your equipment is not up for tasks? You push on and you find more stuff. That's kind of the loop of this game. You push on and you find more stuff. Almost flipped there. That was nearly disastrous. Okay, crossing a river. Get your game face on. Stop. Put your diff lock on. Put your low gear. You want to be moving slowly and not digging holes. And I'm going to aim for that tree. If I can get myself within winching distance of that tree, I'm okay. We're going by inches. My back tires are in pretty deep mud. But slow and steady. I'm not going to stop to try to winch because I fear if I stop in this mud, I'll sink. But I am within winching distance of trees, so I can just kind of safely push on. Okay, this mud kind of shallowed a bit. Now we're up this windy forest road for quite a while until I reach that warehouse or dock or whatever it is. I do not have the turning circle for this. Back up. I'm never getting a truck this. I'm never getting like a hauler truck this way. Never. This is a scout only route. But once I have the lay of the land, I can figure out which infrastructure needs repairing and which ways I can safely bring trucks. And maybe I'm being overly cautious with my use of low gear here, but this is some pretty deep mud and recovery is not really an option. So I'm just going to crawl through. It is a journey by inches. You know what? We have trees to winch to. I'll put on the all-wheel, see how we do. Not great. I'm going to see if I can get a couple wheels on the grass. There we go. There we go. I probably should have waited until the sun was up, but it's a little fun exploring uncharted territory at night. I kind of like it. It forces me to like focus and be careful. I am playing super cautious. Okay, port. Okay, so we're going to a port. And this mud looks deep as hell. Okay, this dirt looks okay. And then it looks like we're going to be on highway for a bit. Okay, so... Ah! Yeah, so we're a highway to the port, basically. Okay. Wonderful. And then I just have to find a route that is safe to bring my other trucks through. Because the Fleet Star and the Western Star could handle this, but I don't think they could handle that little trail that I just went up in this truck. But they could definitely handle this. Alright, let's see what this port has to offer. What can we do here? There must be tasking here. No garage or anything? So far. We still have the fog over here. Okay, so here's a trailer. An electrical trailer. So there's gonna be, yeah. Utility trailer. There's gonna be some type of big haul I'm gonna have to do here. Okay, and there doesn't appear to be... No, okay. So that's the port. So we've mapped the port out. I'm gonna stop the engine to save fuel. Turn the lights off. I don't know if that matters when you're idling. I assume it does, because time doesn't stop when you pause. At least I don't think it does. So if time is ticking by, then presumably you're burning at least some fuel while you're idling. Now, I would like to cross this river to get this upgrade and build this, because I think building this bridge is going to be the key to getting trucks to and from the port. Because this looks like a construction job. We probably need like metal and concrete. So I'll cross the river to get this upgrade, and then I'll see what that job is, see what that task is, and that's probably the first thing I'm gonna want to do. Yeah. So I'll take myself right past the upgrade, and then yes. Yep, that's what I'll do. And I think I have enough fuel to get there. And once I know what the tasking is, I can bring a truck. I can bring the Fleet Star fuel truck in. I can bring the Western Star. The Western Star has a sideboard bed, but there is a flat bed with a dolly hitch sort of close to the entrance, a flatbed dolly trailer. So if I need to haul with that, I can haul with that. And the Western Star should be just strong enough. And if I need to grab specific supplies, I could always bring them from Smithville. It'll be a longer drive, but I could bring them from Smithville. But I'm looking for trucks, I'm looking for upgrades, I'm looking for work I can do. Because most of the stuff left on Black River and on Smithville are logging contracts, and I just can't do logging right now. Okay, so I've got to go down here. Oh yeah, there is a little track down here. I'm just gonna take it nice and easy, nice and slow. No time to flip. No time for heroics. Okay, looks like there's stone pathing here. What is this? A12. Pacific P12. Okay, so that's already a stronger engine for the Pacific P12. Okay. I just need to... So the Pacific P12 presumably is on this map. I just need to find the location. Crawl around. I tell you, this crawler suspension is pretty damn good. That little move I just did. Very cool. Alright, what's this tasking? It's a construction task. Captain Smith from the Army Corps of Engineers. We'd usually use our own guys for this, but I gotta tell you, your bridge prowess is legendary. We've got one that needs help. Can you show us how it's done? Well, thank you. Thank you, Captain Smith. Alright, so 10 hut. Yeah, this is going to be in tasks. Metal beams and concrete slab. You know what? I can bring that in from Smithville. I can bring that in with from Smithville. There's apparently concrete slab on a trailer. Although there's metal beams on a trailer right now. And then are there concrete slabs on a trailer? No. But okay, I'm gonna put this truck here for now. Oh, there's metal beams right here. So there's metal beams right here. Then all I would need to do is find concrete slabs. All right, first of all, let's track this task. 10 hut. So metal beams, concrete slab, and then concrete blocks. Concrete blocks I think I can get from the warehouse. Let's turn this off. Let's stop the engine on this. I'm going to stop scouting. And I actually want to go... So metal beams are already here. And then I need a concrete slab. One concrete slab. So I'm going to go back to... Smithville Dam. I'm going to hop into the White Western Star. And you know what? I want to wait till morning. Concrete blocks. Wait, hold on. Oh, you know what? I need to go to global map. Drummond Island. And I need to track the task. So where do I get concrete slabs at? I guess is the question here. I can get concrete slabs here at the storage zone. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a run to the storage zone with this truck. I'm gonna fuel up first. And I'm gonna take a run to the storage zone, just grab one concrete slab and just put it in there. I wanna refuel. My source is the fuel tank. My destination, my target destination is the White Western Star. Okay, I'm fueled up. So now, yeah, I want to go to the material. I want to go to the storage. So I'm gonna go here, 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 and then metal beams are like right there, right next to the contract. So I can go here, because that bridge is the key to getting other trucks further in. So we're going for a drive in the White Western Star, this is exactly why I staged them this way, because I wanted to have the ability to have trucks kind of near the gateway, getting ready to do stuff. Hi there, Chio. Good morning. The game's going pretty good. I wanted to do logging today. That's what I was going to try to do, but then I tried to do some stuff off stream, just, you know, testing out the logging trailers. My trucks are not strong enough for logging. So I'm pushing into a different part of the region to find better stuff, basically. But it's good. I'm having a good time so far. I hope you're having a good day too. Oh, already took some engine damage. That was so stupid of me. I'm running to get some concrete so we can build a bridge. And I should be able to build the bridge just based on this. Concrete blocks, wooden planks, metal beams. No, I do not need to pick up metal beams. I just need concrete slabs. You're making breakfast now? Solid. I skipped breakfast today because, so my parents were here. My parents visited us for the first time in a few months. You know, they live over 2 hours away. The drive is not great a lot of the time. It can be kind of a hassle for us to visit each other, but they were here yesterday. We ate so much food. We went to an Italian restaurant, and we ate so much food that, like, I didn't feel like eating breakfast. Like, my body still feels full from yesterday. In a satisfying way, by the way. Not in, like, a sickly way, but in a very satisfying way where, like, oh, I shouldn't, you know, my body's just telling me, like, hey, you shouldn't eat. You've got enough calories for now, man. Just slow down. Let us pass through what you got. But yeah, great weekend so far. Should be a nice, easy Sunday. Now I'm just gonna stream this for a couple hours and then play some games with some friends later on today. So really looking forward to that. And here, and then here, and then here, and then concrete slabs are here. Yeah, it was awesome. We live down the street from an authentic Italian restaurant. It's fantastic. And today is going to be nice and easy. What can I say? But I've been wanting to play. Like, I've been wanting to play this game since the last time I logged off this game. My girlfriend's still sleeping. She likes to sleep super late on Sundays. I'm not particularly a late sleeper. I tend to just get up. My body doesn't allow me to sleep in. I'm usually just up. But, so I usually let her sleep, and then I stream for a couple hours. It works out. But I'm trying to build a bridge in the next town over, basically. Alright, chill. Alright. Nice and easy. Nice and easy turn. I've been trying to figure out, like, every weekend my girlfriend and I are like, what? Are there any good movies that are worth seeing? And I guess people are saying Odyssey. People are like, yeah, I guess you could see Odyssey in IMAX. That's pretty cool. But, I don't know. It doesn't seem fun. I want, like, a fun movie I can see. Like a fun summer movie. There doesn't seem to be any of those this summer, unfortunately. At least none that really, you know, pique my attention. Marvel is in, like, a huge slump right now. I haven't been interested in a Marvel movie for damn near 2 years. The last one that I guess was kind of cool was Deadpool and Wolverine. But even that, looking back on it, you're like, yeah, this was kind of just all memes. Was it really that great? You know, like, I like it. It was fun, but it was memes. I guess it gave people what they wanted, which is something that Disney Marvel rarely does. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it at the time. And for games, I don't know, right now, I'm playing this. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Resynced, which is just a remake of an old game, and then I'm kind of just waiting for the Metal Gear Master Collection Volume 2 to come out so I can play and stream Metal Gear Solid 4. You know? In terms of like games and movies, we're kind of in a holding pattern right now. The next thing I'm looking forward to, and it doesn't have a firm date, but the next movie I'm looking forward to is Dune Part 3. So I don't know. I feel like we're just kind of waiting for things to come out in terms of pop culture. Yeah, you're right, Shio. There's not much out there that looks worth the money. And that's kind of my problem. It's like, I don't know, everything is so expensive nowadays. Even just a trip to the movies, you're looking at, you know, at least $20 to $30 for 2 people. Depending on snacks and concessions and stuff. And I don't know, a lot of times it's just not worth the trip. I have so many good movies in the comfort of my own home. I have a massive DVD and Blu-ray collection that I've accrued over the period of about the past 20 years or so. We like that. We have all the streaming services. We've been watching a lot of X-Files and ER lately. We've gotten into like older TV because older TV is so good. There is some good newer TV. Don't get me wrong. We watched The Pit in its entirety. The Pit is very good in terms of like newer TV. But my girlfriend kind of wanted more of The Pit. And I told her, I said, oh, have you seen ER? Let me tell you about a little show from the 90s called ER. And she was like, no, what's up with ER? And I was like, oh, it's the same people. It's Noah Wiley's in it. Catherine Lanasa, who plays Nurse Dana on The Pit, is in ER for a couple episodes. She plays a patient. There's a lot of familiar faces in there, but it's fun. It's fun watching older stuff like ER, X-Files, that kind of thing. Oh man, when we get to the supply station, I gotta take a sip of water. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the brake on now and take a sip of water. I'm thirsty. Gotta stay hydrated. Have you watched Frasier? Yes. We are a big Frasier house. We have watched Frasier, absolutely. Frasier is still very good. Yeah, I think you're, I don't like to age people, Chio, but I think you're a few years ahead of me. I think you might be like a couple years older than me. I'm in my 30s. Let's just leave it at that. And I was like a young child when Frasier, like youngish. I was probably like 8 or 9 when Frasier was like big on TV. And I liked it, but I have a new appreciation for it now that I'm in my 30s. I don't know. I relate to, oh, it's there. It's there. Oh, I completely missed it. I'm an idiot. I completely missed there. Yeah, a couple years. Yeah. I don't like to age people. I really don't. Because I know some people take offense to that. But I think you're a couple years ahead of me. But I do. I have a new appreciation for stuff like Frasier in my 30s. Because it's, you know, and it was a much more sort of optimistic time. The 90s was a very different time. Not only for the U.S., but globally. The global economy was very strong. It was a pre-9/11, pre-COVID world. People had money, generally speaking. The internet had not yet taken over our lives. Problems were simple. Like the problems that people would face on like a 90s sitcom were like relatively simple. It's like, oh, Frasier has a date, and there's like problems. There's like tension between him and Daphne from him having a date or whatever, and like Niles is getting up to like weird problems and hijinks, you know, like things were simple. It was back at a time when we had answering machines instead of text messaging. Not to say that those times were always better across the board. They weren't. There's things about the current time we live in that are an overwhelming, immense net positive. But I think problems on sitcoms were simpler. Okay, I can take exactly one concrete slab in this truck. It's exactly what I needed. So I'll turn her around, and I will point myself towards the gateway. Actually, there's a trailer, there's a sideboard trailer right here. I'll load up the metal beams. Can I load metal beams from here? No, just concrete slabs and bricks. There is a sideboard trailer with metal beams sort of by the gateway, or by the bridge contract that I can use. My girlfriend and I like pacing out our shows. It's a very interesting way to watch shows, because it gives you something to look forward to in between. I think we have gotten so accustomed to binging stuff, and binging stuff isn't always great for your brain. Let's be honest. Because what I find is like leaving space between parts of a show is memorable. So what we tend to do is we'll watch like a couple of episodes. Like when we were watching The Pit, we would generally watch like 2 episodes of The Pit at a time. And that was a show where like you need to take mental breaks from, because it's graphic, it's kind of mentally exhausting. So you'd see a couple episodes from The Pit and you'd be like, okay, I need to take a break from this. So we'd come back a couple weeks later and be like, oh, I want to see what's going on The Pit, what happened on The Pit. And I don't know, leaving space between shows makes you remember episodes. Where like Stranger Things, I guess, is an example, because I've talked to people about Stranger Things. It has declined over the years. I loved the first season. The first season was a very special thing, and I remember things about the first season. Like I remember Barb and how cool Barb was, and how everybody, including myself, kind of fell in love with the idea of Barb. Like the show was really trying to go places. With Joyce, trying to find Will, and Hopper thinks she's insane because she sounds like a crazy person when she's telling Hopper about Will being in the upside down, but then Hopper meets Elle, and Hopper sees some shit that he can't explain, and he's kind of on board. Like I remember that season. I can't tell you anything about Stranger Things seasons 2 through 5 at all. Like it's just, television has just become content. It is not memorable. But there are ways that you can watch it, sort of change the way you watch it to make it a little more memorable. Also, the kids are 27 right now playing 15-year-olds, and it's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. And Sadie Sink is way too good for that show. She has outgrown that show in a big way, which is why she was barely in season 5. Because she was busy getting nominated for The Whale. She has outgrown that show. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the other kids are good actors, but they ain't Sadie Sink. They ain't her. They ain't her, man. She's just head and shoulders above them. She's just way more talented. And Millie Bobby Brown is okay. She can act. She can mouth breathe. She can mouth breathe, and she can yell. But that's kind of her range. It's interesting because people thought that she was going to be like the acting powerhouse. They were like, oh, look at this girl. And then Sadie Sink shows up. People are like, oh, wait a minute. This kid has got some serious chops. And Gaten Matarazzo's funny. He's a funny kid. And the kid that plays Will is a really good actor. They just don't. Noah Schnapp, I think, is his name. They just don't give him anything to do. Like season 3 on, they just don't give him anything to do. It's kind of frustrating. But I like Stranger Things in general, but I can't tell you anything from like the back half of season 2 through season 5. I can't. Or no, I guess Robin's cool. I guess Robin's a cool character. But then she kind of becomes the explainer. They kind of use Robin to just explain hey, I'm going to reiterate, my name is Robin, and I'm going to reiterate the entire plot. And Maya Hawke is very good. I feel like as time goes on, they kind of waste her talents. She's very good. She also looks exactly like her mother. I can't shake it. I can't shake how she's just a clone of Uma Thurman. Straight clone. She even sounds like her. She is. She's definite exposition dumper. Because they have her babysit the kids. And then she's the one that reiterates the plot to the adults when the adults need explaining. It's like, hello, Joyce. I've been hanging out with your son a lot, who is also gay. But I'm not going to tell you he's gay. You know? Because also there's a cool, like, friendship between Will and Robin about the fact that they're both... Actually, you know what? I retract my previous statement. That's probably the most memorable little thread of season 5, where Will sees Robin and her girl making out in the hospital, and Will's like, oh. And then Will and Robin have a few conversations where Robin's like, hey, I see you, man. I get you. You're also gay. Let's talk about this. But they do nothing with that plot. That plot doesn't really resolve. But I like Robin a lot. I like Robin and Will, but they don't give Robin and Will enough to do in the back half of season 5. You got Dustin being all angsty about Eddie passing away. I don't know. It's just so scattered. And what roped me into watching season 5 is I saw Linda Hamilton in the trailers, and I was like, oh, they got me. Linda Hamilton's in this. I gotta watch Sarah Connor be in a show because I love her. I am an apologist for Terminator Dark Fate. 70-year-old Linda Hamilton shooting Terminators, give me that. I love it. I loved that so much. Grandma shooting a rocket launcher at a Terminator, I love it. It was the best. I stood up in that theater when she shot the light armor weapon at the Terminator, and everybody else, the other 8 people that were in that theater, because no one saw that movie. No one saw that movie, but I did. I stood up and clapped, and there was a dude like ahead of me, who like a couple rows ahead of me, who like turned around and glared at me. But I loved that movie. I love that movie entirely too much. I just love Linda Hamilton. She's so good. Yeah, the thing is, you can like the things you like. And I like a lot of bad movies. I like a lot of terrible movies. I'm also one of those freaks that say the Star Wars prequels are the best Star Wars movies, because they are. They are. There is like a meta-textual narrative to the Star Wars prequels that is really amazing. But you got to dig for it. You got to dig for it. It's underneath a lot of BS, but it's there. But it's 100% there. But George Lucas was absolutely cooking with the prequel trilogy. He had a very specific story that he wanted to tell, and he told it. But you have to look below the surface, and it requires a little bit of work. Well, you know, you're asking me to explain. In its rawest form, the prequel trilogy is about how corruption happens with small little events that occur through people. People are corrupted. Systems are not inherently corrupt. Systems of government can be good, and oftentimes they are. But one bad apple can spoil the entire system. You know? So that's what Palpatine is. And Anakin is the best person. He is such a pure-hearted individual. And it is those with the purest of heart that are the most easily corruptible. Just is. You can absolutely corrupt the purest individuals, because Anakin Skywalker was pure. But the purest people are the most corruptible. That's why Palpatine was able to prey on him. Because, again, I'm getting like really into... I'm Star Wars spurging right now, but I'm getting really into the weeds. Lucas explains this about Anakin, like right when we meet him. Anakin's mother says he knows nothing of greed. He gives without any thought of reward. He is pure. He is a pure soul. But the purest souls are often the most naive and most corruptible. Anakin didn't want to realize who Palpatine was, despite the fact that he basically told him a Sith bedtime story when he was at the opera. He told him the tale of Darth Plagueis, which was a Sith bedtime story. Like, the signs were there, but he didn't want to see them because he was just a good-hearted individual who sort of trusted his mentor and wanted to save his wife. And the whole story of episodes 1 through 3 is about how a innocent little boy becomes a tyrant. That's the entire story. And he did so with the best of intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Absolutely. There's that saying that goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And that's what Star Wars 1 through 3 means. Essentially. Come on now. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Chad. Hell yes. Hell yes. We did it. Probably didn't need to take that cut through. And probably shouldn't have. I was at massive risk for tipping. But here we are. Oh, this is the task, not the drop-off point. Oh, you know what? I can hook up the beams and bring them both. That's what I need to do. I can do that here. I'm going to need to turn it around somehow. I should have reversed then. I should have reversed then. Although, I have just enough space. I have just enough space to get this. Alright, this is gonna be heavy cargo. But we ain't traveling far. Okay, I've got your slab, I've got your trailer. I've just got to get it down here, right? Yeah. I've just got to get it down here. So it's just a quick little hop. Oh yeah, we are dragging. This is a lot for this truck. But I can get it there. I'm burning almost 4 gallons a minute. Holy moly. Yes, I'm aware of the Darth Jar Jar theory. It holds no water. It's interesting. It holds no water. Not at all. Like, the signs are there theoretically, but it's stupid. It's dumb. And people take like one thing George Lucas said and they're like, "Oh, Jar Jar is a Sith." What he said was, if we can get Jar Jar working, we can do anything. And I think he meant that from like a visual effects perspective. Okay, so this is just another part of the task. Okay. Here's the drop off. Metal beams. Concrete slab. Yes, we've got our bridge. So now I can safely bring... Wait. That's only part of the task? Hold up. Oh, this must be... Hold on. Hold on. Metal beams, concrete. Okay, so now that the bridge. Okay, so I need concrete blocks. and more metal beams. Which metal beams are on that flatbed? Okay. I've got some more work to do. This bridge is not done. This is only part of a bridge. I need to turn around. Like this. Yep. Nope. That's not going to work. Back up. Now this. Now I can just drag it this way. Are there concrete blocks on the map? I wonder. No. But I can get concrete blocks from where? Okay, so there's stuff on that ramped flatbed. And that's a dolly hitch. There's at least metal beams on that ramped flatbed. So if I get down there, I can grab that. I want to put this trailer somewhere kind of out of the way. I'm going to need fuel. That's not a good place for this trailer to exist. I'm going to take it. I'm gonna put it here, where this is forged by the sea. I'm gonna put this trailer here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on this track. Okay, so there's the gateway that way, so I want to stay straight here. No, actually, I want to... Yeah, I want to stay on the track, and then there's this little pull-off. And then this is where I'll put the trailer. I want to try and reverse it, but I don't know how I'm going to. I could take the widest turn possible and then just kind of force it to turn around. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to force it to turn itself around. And then I'll detach here. Okay. Because I may need that again later. Ramped flatbed. I think that has a concrete slab. No, I need concrete blocks. That is a concrete slab. Oh, you know what? I could have done this entire job just by grabbing that truck, going to the lighthouse and grabbing that truck. Lesson learned. And then what is the scout flatbed? Scout flatbed, also metal beams. Where the hell do I get concrete blocks? I suspect... Here, I'm gonna stop the engine and figure it out. I suspect I can get them if I go here. I suspect I can get them somewhere on Smithville for sure. What's in the warehouse? So that has fuel. tell me they're not in the quarry. They might be. Concrete blocks. Bricks. I could scout more concrete slabs. More concrete slabs. Yeah, I think I need to scout more. I'm going to leave this truck here, get back in the Chevy, and scout more. Yeah, because that's Drummond Bridge. Metal beams. Metal beams, mud wrestling. Hold on. Can I get that? Can I get them in? Oh, I can. I can get them in Black River. I need to go to Black River and get them. Oh. Yeah, I do. The warehouse in Black River has concrete blocks. Is there a truck that I have that could make it? Actually, well, no. It would be the Western Star. So actually what I can do is... No, this truck is going to stay here. I want to go into the white Western Star. That's... If I recover back... Smithville Dam's garage. Okay. So I'm going to recover back to Smithville Dam's garage. And I need to take concrete blocks all the way. I want to retain this. I want to go to global map. I want to go back to Black River. I want to go to... I want to go to the garage entrance. I want to take this truck out. And then I'm going to the warehouse. Warehouse is the one that has concrete blocks. Yes. So that's a quick little jump, but then I need to get this truck all the way to... I need to get this truck all the way to Drummond Island. So let's go. I'm going to wait till morning to do this. There we go. This is going to be a long haul. I'm going to need to stop at fuel stations, but this is the only place I know for sure to get concrete blocks. There's probably... I want to not be tracking this. Timber for the locals. Stop tracking. Yeah, I want to not be tracking this. It's confusing. That's going to be putting HUD elements up that I don't need to put up. Yeah, so I need to get concrete blocks from here. It's the only option. Oh well. If the Kodiak were more capable, like if the Kodiak had four-wheel drive, had all-wheel drive, if the Kodiak or GMC had all-wheel drive, I would just be using those, to be honest. But this is the only truck I have capable of doing a run like this right now. So here we are. I remember how much of a struggle this little puddle was. Well, it's not a little puddle, but this sunken road was early on. Now I got it. My equipment's better. I'm better. At least I think I am. Oh, this is the camp road. Yeah, I guess we're going. Yeah, the Fleet Star fit up this camp road. Western Star also can. It'll save time. Thank you, Chio. Thank you for your confidence. Bum, bum. Okay. That's the worst of it, I think. And also, I learned something. When I recover in an area where I don't have a garage, it just recovers me to the last one I was at, which makes sense. So recovery is an option. It would just be a hassle to drive all the way back. But in this case, recovery actually was helpful. Because I need something that I can't get on Drummond Island. Okay, so I'm going to check the contract. Oh, you know what? Can I... The interface in this game is weird. So if I go here... Can I check the contract and track it? Yes. Okay, so I can track it from here. Alright, so I need 1 concrete blocks. Your finest concrete blocks, please. Okay, I'm just going to take that. And then I need to check if there are metal beams on the map, right? In theory, there are. Let's see. No. No, there are not. Well, there could be. So actually, I'm better off getting metal beams here. If I can. Yeah. I could go to town storage. Step deck, semi, logging. Shit. How much money do I have? 1550. I can get metal beams on Smithville, can't I? And let's see, does it... I'm fumbling with the UI here. Does it... I can get them at the warehouse. Okay. Okay. I can get them at the warehouse, and is there... There is a sideboard trailer. Oh, there's a sideboard trailer on the way. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop by the garage in Smithville Dam, repair, refuel, grab this, and then I'll grab metal beams at the staging warehouse. That's So now, first thing I need to do is I need to plot a safe route to the gateway at Smithville Dam. So focus on that. So I can go here. I'm going to go here because it's a little bit more permissible. And then we'll go here, here, here through town. Fuel up at the fuel station. Okay, now we're going. This is it. It's going to be a long drive. We're passing through 2 maps. But I'm taking as light a load as possible. That'll help. That'll help keep us nimble. We will need to fuel up. I think if during this session I can get the bridge repaired and maybe find a truck, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I have no money, so I have to use what I've got. I'm so lucky I'm not playing on hard mode. If I was playing on hard mode, none of this would be free. Fuel would not be free. Repairs would not be free. Repair parts would not be free. That'd be a nice challenge, though. But I'm still learning. Yeah, that would be a massive extra challenge. Oh yeah, this truck is still managing. If I had two concrete blocks in here, I'd be stuck. But I think I'm just light enough to keep powering through these puddles. Got a little dinged up. That's okay. And we're moving relatively fast because we're light. We are going a cool... We top out at about 38, don't we? Let's see. No, more like 32, 33. This truck is fast. I wonder where the really fast trucks are. I've never driven like a really fast truck. But there gotta be. There's gotta be trucks that do like 70. I don't know. We'll see as I get further in, I guess. And I think you go, yeah, you go slightly faster on the rear wheel. 26? No, actually, yeah, we're going about 26. It feels faster. It feels faster, but it's not that fast. But I can't move trucks further in or out, to be honest, until I get that bridge built. Like my entire operation in the region hinges on that bridge. Okay, so we're gonna go through town. I have to see though. So I have concrete blocks. I'm gonna check one more time. Can I can in fact get metal beams at the warehouse, can't I? I'm second guessing my plan. No? Yes, I can. There are 2 metal beams at the warehouse. They're stored, I think. But I need to make sure I need to pick up a trailer from my garage in Smithville. Or else I can't do this. I need to remember that. Pick up a trailer at the garage in Smithville. I'm learning to slow down and take wider turns. I'm getting better. There was a guy in chat last time, Justin, who kept telling me, take wider turns. So I'm trying to do that with a little more control. Honk. What? That roadblock still damaged me? Whatever. I can stop by my garage in Smithville for a free repair. I am going to fill up though. Spent a lot of time driving through this town square. Almost makes me nostalgic for my earlier hours in the game. Okay, a little bit of bounce, but we're still controlled. Don't stop. Don't stop. No, unfortunately, Deposit Maker. I have to get off of this in about an hour because I have things to do. Unfortunately, this is not a not an empty Sunday afternoon, but thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. But no Forza today. Sadly. Sadly. My Sunday afternoon is somewhat occupied. Nothing major, but there's things, there's commitments I've made, and things I have to do. Just the way it is. But I'll catch you guys next week. I'm thinking. I don't think I have anything going on next week, particularly. Whoop. No, there are not Forza streams, sadly. Geo, there are not. Forza, I don't know. That's not a game that's content to me. Sometimes I just like playing Forza with my friends. There's a lot of games I'm playing with. I have a few different games I'm playing with like different groups of friends that are not content. Sometimes you just want to race cars with your buddies or fly spaceships with your buddies. You know, not everything has to be content. It's actually healthier if not everything is content. You can go the DSP route and just make everything content, and then it ruins your life. Think about how miserable that guy is. You know? Okay, I need to go in here and grab a trailer. I'm gonna repair really quick in here and then grab a trailer. Yeah, he says he's happy. But people who say they're happy and comfortable are not happy and comfortable. Typically, most of the time. Don't trust them. Let me say they're happy and comfortable. They're not. Okay, so this part of the journey is I'm going to repair really quick at the garage, pick up a trailer, pull these concrete blocks and the trailer to the warehouse just outside of Drummond Island, load up the trailer at the warehouse with one shipment of metal beams, and then I can pull the metal beams and concrete blocks to the bridge at Drummond Island. And then we have the bridge repaired and we can push further in. So I'm going to hop into the garage real quick, get me a free fuel, free repair. The cargo is maintained. I'm going to leave. I should move this sideboard semi to Drummond. I'll do that later. But right now I'm just focusing on fixing the bridge. I picked a shitty spot to unhitch this trailer. It's tight getting out. Wait, hold on. I just got a message. Need to check phone. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Okay. I just need a... Hold on. My girlfriend is texting me. I think she's... Oh, she's up. Cool. Oh! I got a text from United Airlines for a flight that someone else in my family booked. That's what it was. Members of my family are trying to book our European trip for next year. They're booking it now. So I'm getting texts from United Airlines about like your flight has been confirmed. Congratulations for a year from now. Yeah, Mr. Drummond Island. Different strokes, if you know what I mean. I see you, deposit maker. Philip Drummond. He was a good father. He was, wealthy guy who adopted 2 kids, did the best he could for them. I don't know if you guys in the chat are Different Strokes fans. Have you heard of the theory that Gooch was never real? That Gooch was Arnold's imaginary friend? And as an imaginary friend, Gooch was Arnold's bully? I like that theory. There's like a Reddit fan theory that Gooch was never real. And I love that so much, that Arnold just like fabricated Gooch to make himself look tougher. It's very funny theory. But I love Different Strokes. I loved it as a kid. I thought Arnold was very funny. And he was very funny. God rest Gary Coleman. He had a tough life. But he gave me hours of entertainment as Arnold Jackson in Different Strokes. So, really can't complain. Okay, so I have my trailer. And then I wanna pick up metal beams. Oh, I could have picked up concrete blocks here. I'm such an idiot. Well, it's good practice. Yeah, okay, so both Chio and Apostamaker have heard that theory. Yeah, it was going around. During lockdowns. I saw a couple YouTube videos on it and a couple Reddit posts on it. When people had nothing but time during lockdowns, that's when a lot of like the best Reddit theories came out. Of like, oh, this person's not real. Or like every show exists in this kid's from General Hospital's head. Every TV show. I forgot what that kid's name is, but like basically every TV show from like 1994 on existed in a child's head from General Hospital while he was having a coma. And it's actually like pretty, I mean, it's stupid, but as far as stupid fan theories, it's pretty well constructed. Like if you buy into it, you can have a fun time thinking about it. You know? Okay. I think that's the worst of it. I think that little puddle is the worst of it. And Chio, the other day you got me thinking about Quantum Leap. I don't know, we're on like a big ER kick right now. I think once we tire of ER, we'll probably get into Quantum Leap. I'm due. I haven't watched Quantum Leap in years. We have the whole series. But great show. It's where that I'm retarded meme comes from. And it's a lot more salient on the show, but it's very funny as a meme. I'm retarded? Scott Bakula is a national treasure. It's a shame that he looks so similar to Jeffrey Epstein, because obviously Jeffrey Epstein, you know, his face is on news articles now and again, and my girlfriend and I have literally been like, "Oh, Scott Bakula is in the news." Oh no, that's just Jeffrey Epstein. No, there's no Scott Bakula scandal, because a Scott Bakula scandal would be devastating. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I would hate for there to be a Scott Bakula scandal. And he's the last person you'd think of to have any kind of scandal. He's just such a wholesome... He's heckin' wholesome, man. He's such a wholesome, upstanding guy. Honk. He's like the Jimmy Stewart of our time. Jimmy Stewart was just a good actor back in the 60s and 70s. No scandal whatsoever. Upstanding family man. Had a lot of great roles. I just good, just pure. I equate Scott Bakula to Jimmy Stewart in a lot of ways. He's very Jimmy Stewart-like too. If you look at the way he acts, he's not as campy as Jimmy Stewart. He's not as over the top, but he does kind of carry himself the way that James did. I don't know him well enough to call him Jimmy, but I like Jimmy Stewart. And Vertigo is one of my favorite movies. Vertigo, corny as hell, but I love it. I love Vertigo as a film. It is a fascinating film. I like Vertigo. I like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I actually don't like It's a Wonderful Life that much. I would say if I had to pick two Jimmy Stewart films, it would be Vertigo, number 1, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, number 2. Oh, Rear Window is... Oh, I forgot about Rear Window. Thank you, the pasta maker. He plays L.B. Jeffries. L.B., my leg is broken Jeffries. I love Rear Window. Thank you for the reminder. Rear Window might be Hitchcock's best. I like Rear Window a lot. I like The Birds a lot. Some people don't like The Birds. Some people at the time, because I read like newspaper reviews of it at the time, and they're like, oh, Hitchcock has lost a step. He's lost his way. Birds is hogwash, poppycock. There's too much action in it. And to think that people were saying that about The Birds at the time, that it was like too graphic and it was eye candy, you know? But I love The Birds, man. I watched that movie a lot as a kid. I saw that movie too young, and it made me scared to go to the beach for a few months. But I really like The Birds. Great film. Go watch it. I gotta watch Rear Window again. I haven't watched Rear Window since college, so it's been 14 years. I'm aging myself. Rear Window's good. Rope is also good. A movie kind of in that vein. There's a movie called Rope that you should watch. They faked a single take. Like it wasn't a single take because a whole movie over a single take was impossible. But they fake a single take in Rope quite well. Go watch Rope. But Hitchcock, man. Yeah, North by Northwest is good. I don't know. I like Vertigo and Rear Window. Probably my two favorites. They remade Rear Window in the early 2000s, kinda, with Disturbia, with Shia LaBeouf, and that didn't hit. Shia LaBeouf, what are you doing? I enjoyed Disturbia at the time because I was a child. Then I saw Rear Window. Like a few years later, and I was like, oh, that was just trying to do this. I'm not into Cary Grant as far as I am into Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart hits harder for me than Cary Grant. When I think of people from around that time, I think like Jimmy Stewart, Charlton Heston are probably my two favorite guys from that era. There was that one, I can't remember the name of it. There was that Charlton Heston movie where he plays a Mexican detective. You know the one. It's very weird that Charlton Heston plays a Mexican detective, but there is a movie where he plays a Mexican detective, and it's weird. Very strange. The things that Hollywood did around that time. Very odd choices. Arsenic and Old Lace. Fun Cary Grant movie. Alright, I'll have to make note of that. Arsenic and Old Lace. I like a lot of 60s and 70s detective shows. You guys might know this because you seem cultured. The Pasta Maker and Chio. My girlfriend and I love a show called Cannon about a fat detective named Frank Cannon, played by William Conrad. It is fucking goated. It is so overpowered. It is such a good... It is legit better than like most like modern detective shows. You legitimately do not see the twists coming, and William Conrad is just charismatic as hell. He's fat as fuck, but he's so much fun. Orson Welles film. Yeah, Touch of Evil. Touch of Evil. Yes, it takes place in Mexico. Yes, I remember. Yeah, I watched that one in college too. Touch of Evil. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we should be getting close to the warehouse. You know, this truck is pretty fuel efficient. I haven't burnt a lot of fuel, all things considered. Although I will be burning more once I get the metal beams in. Oh, I was trying to take that wide, but I was going too fast, so I plunked my engine. We have a scout trailer over here I can repair. I think I'm going to repair and refuel. Because I can repair over here. Right? Oh, no, No, I think a truck needs to be hitched. Well, I can refuel. Yeah, shit, there were concrete blocks here the whole time. I could have taken them from here. I'm such an idiot. But it's good practice. Now I've got to turn around. And then the gateway is just over there. Okay, how heavy is this? Yeah, it was everywhere on TV for a while. I saw it in the hospital. A few years ago when I had very severe COVID, they kept me in the hospital for like 3 days because they couldn't get the fever down and I was too dehydrated to go home. So I was actually, I was in an emergency department like room on a gurney. That's where I lived for like 3 days. And the hospital TV channel, whatever it was, had Canon. So I just watched it. Just had Cannon like on loop. I don't know why, but I just watched Cannon on hospital television and I loved it. I was like, I love this fat detective. He's so fun. And the story and the detective stories are like legitimately good. And you see people, old people, before they were somebody. Like William Daniels played a guy on Cannon that Frank Cannon was trying to like prove the innocence of. So Mr. Feeney was on there. Jessica Walter is on there. Frank Cannon gets caught up in a legal case, and Jessica Walter plays like a hot 30-year-old lawyer. And man, Jessica Walter was hot as well. She was hot. Like cold take. Jessica Walter, hot older lady, but even hotter 30-year-old. My Lord, go back and look at stuff when she was young. She was one of the hottest people ever in Hollywood. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, bridge is here. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the stuff here. So I'm going down this track. Here. And then here. Oh yeah, we're dragging. We're dragging. What's this drop off? What's this want? Yeah, I'm telling you, Jessica Walter, she was something special. She was something special, and she was talented. She was such a talented actor too. Very funny, very funny. Even on Cannon, when she was supposed to be like a serious lawyer lady, she was kind of hilarious. There's just like infinite charm to Jessica Walter. She is just such a charming person. Even as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development, a person who she's engineered to be hateable. Like you're supposed to absolutely hate her, but she's very funny. She's just funny and charming, and that's all there is to it, you know. Yeah, I have about 30 more minutes left, and then I got to go do something else. But Deposit Maker, have fun. You guys should Forza without me, even though I don't have time today. I have other stuff going on this afternoon. You guys should Forza without me. Go ahead. Don't skip a session on my account, please. Yeah, good. You should. And honestly, I need to get my gold wristband. I feel like I'm holding you guys back from the trials and stuff by not having a gold wristband. Since I don't need to record or edit Snowrunner stuff during the week, I'm gonna do a lot of work to get my wristband. I just got to grind out those events, you know. Because I want to be able to do weekly trials with you guys, and I can't until I have a wristband. I'm a pleb. I think I've got purple or so, I don't know. I don't even remember which wristband I have, or maybe orange. I don't know. Either way, it ain't gold. It ain't gold. Oh, wait. That's the task giver. That's not the drop-off point. Or is it? No. No, the drop-off point has to be further down the hill. Gotta be. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. I'm an idiot. If I follow this track. Yeah, I can follow this track down, and it takes me right there. Yep, that's the site. Oh, randos be ramming? I'm sorry to hear that. I do it because I think it's funny. I do it because I think it's funny, and we all know each other. But to be rammed by a rando that you don't know must be incredibly frustrating. Okay, we have a bridge now. Hell yeah. And I've been promoted to rank 10. I wonder what rank 10 gets us. I can leave this trailer here, actually. This is a decent place for this trailer to live. I can just pull it back into this little work area here. All right, so dolly wheels. I always have to train myself. If I turn this way, dolly wheels are gonna swing opposite. So I need to do this, and then I need to correct. Yeah. Come on. Oh yeah, the functions menu is open. And then I can go back like this. And then detach. Okay. So now that I can get trucks in here. Well, so I can get trucks to this side of the river. Which means I have access to this service trailer, which means I can repair here. I need to be hitting these towers. So actually, I'll park the Western Star here for now. I'm just going to park it here, to be honest. It can sit here. Yeah, it can sit right here. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. If I ever watch any anime, no, not real, not like real anime. I watched there was a Terminator anime that came out last year that I watched and I really liked. Actually, like really good. And the Terminator was voiced by Timothy Olyphant, and it was really weird to hear him in an anime. But no, I don't. Like, besides Dragon Ball, because everybody watched Dragon Ball when we were kids. You know? That's just how it... Okay, so I'm tracking Mud Wrestling. Oh, so Mud Wrestling, I just need to rescue a Scout 800. I can easily rescue a Scout 800. That's pretty easy, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to go into... I want to go into my Chevy and keep scouting. Hello, old friend. Okay, so there's a tower there, so that's where we should point ourselves. So we want to go here. Oh yeah, I see it. It's like a little cut-through road. So we want to go here, 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 and then there's a service trailer there, which I'll bring the Fleet Star by, and I'll probably pull the service trailer to somewhere that makes sense, or we might need it for a task or two, but... Oh, really? Your husband has not seen Dragon Ball? I feel like everybody watched Dragon Ball because it was on Toonami. It was just easily accessible. I watched like Dragon Ball, Ronin Warriors, like whatever stuff was on Toonami, was the stuff I saw. And also because we were in middle school, my friends and I would stay up late to watch Adult Swim because Golden Boy was on Adult Swim. And if you know Golden Boy, you know why we would have watched Golden Boy. Let's just leave it at that. And I was like, whoa, this is different. But now, like, looking back on it, it's like, yeah, yeah, that stuff is, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, you know that show? Then you know. Then you know why a bunch of, like, 13, 14-year-old boys would stay up to watch it. Oh yeah, I did see Sailor Moon. I had a friend in school who was really into Sailor Moon. Girl, obviously. But like, not because of the anime, but because of just like the aesthetics of it. she liked the story of like you know, girls that were in school but also could save the universe. Also Aunt Kale, fuck Aunt Kale, by the way. So yeah, I guess you're unlocking memories. I have seen parts of Sailor Moon. Like there's stuff that I know of, for sure. Oh boy, this is some deep shit. We're gonna be winching. We need an off-road truck. Hopefully that Pacific truck that I saw on the loading screen, hopefully A, it's recoverable, and B, it's like an off-road truck. Because I don't have a dedicated off-road truck. I think inevitably in this game, you end up converting most, if not all, of your fleet to run off-road in some capacity. Because that's just the way it is. Okay, and then there's a track. There should be a track directly to my right. This. Yep. Oh yeah, and there's the service trailer. So we're out of the deepest of mud. Oh yeah, you don't want to be going through that. You want to go around that. Definitely. But I have not watched much, like, actual anime. Most of the stuff I've seen is, like, very gimmicky. I suppose Dragon Ball is real anime, but I don't know. I would... It's become so mainstream. And actually, again, something I don't really count as an anime because I look at it as more of just, like, a mecha thing that I like, is Gundam. Mobile Suit Gundam 0079. I have the entire series on Blu-ray. I like Gundam because I like big robots. So, actually, yes. Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam 0079, the original series. Len, the Deranged, has tried to get me into a wider range of Gundam stuff. And I have dipped my toes in certain other Gundam offshoots, but I prefer 0079. Amuro and Char are my boys. I would like Eureka 7. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out. I'll ask Len about Eureka 7 next time I talk to him. We talk probably a couple times a week, so I'll ask him about Eureka 7 next time I talk to him. I'm running so low on fuel. It's not even funny. I didn't think this through. I'm gonna need the Fleet Star to go through here and probably refuel this truck. Is this tree winchable? It is. Come on, little guy. Yes. Okay, we're out of the water, so I can put it in low gear and differential lock. Yeah, I am running low on fuel. What I can do is I can probably have enough fuel to put this truck back up on like the main road. I probably have just enough fuel to do that, and then I'll bring the Fleet Star in to refuel it. But I want this tower. Cousin Cletus discovered. And then there's oh, you know what? My last objective is gonna, because I want all the towers. Okay, so there's a Scout 800. That's part of a task. We already seen that. That's part of the mud wrestling task. It's unfueled. I can get it. But we have a bunch of stuff to do. Now, I want to get this truck... Let's set a path. I want to get this truck out of the mud and basically back onto the main road. If I can get it back onto the main road before it runs out of fuel, I'm good. I'll bring the Fleet Star in. I'll fuel it up. I want to get it here if possible to Forge by the Sea. I suspect so. I suspect he's a slack-jawed yokel. I suspect so, Geo. Cousin Cletus. Like, The Simpsons. Isn't the guy from The Simpsons, isn't his name Cletus? I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering. I've watched so much of The Simpsons. Yeah, it is Cletus. Yeah. I thought so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run out of fuel, but I want to run out of fuel in a place the Fleet Star can reach. So I've got about 5 or 6 minutes left of fuel, and I'll bring the Fleet Star in and I'll refuel it. I'm glad I staged a fuel truck because I haven't seen a fuel station yet. I have to assume there has to be a fuel station on this map. At least, even if there's not a garage. Because I know, I've heard people say, because I've read about this game, I've heard people say that not every map has a garage. And as you get further in, you start to encounter maps where you don't have garages and you don't have fuel stations. So that's when you have to use support trucks to repair and refuel the vehicles you have in your fleet, you have operating on that map. And I think this is one such time. Like, I don't think there's going to be a garage. I don't even know if there's a fuel station, but you have to kind of account for it. Okay, yeah, if I can get past the service trailer. And you know what? Oh, and yeah, that's right. The service trailer has to be hitched up to repair. But I definitely, when I come here in the Fleet Star, I should definitely pull the service trailer out to a place that's like easy to access. Okay, yeah, just down there. So if I continue along this track, I might get stuck here. If I can get past this little mud pit, I can get up this little hill before running out of fuel, which maybe I'll be happy. And then I'll bring the Fleet Star in. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna run her till she runs dry. Yep. Yep. We're down. Yeah, we're on fumes. Yep, she's out. We're out. We are out of fuel. So stop the engine, turn the lights off, and then I need to bring in the Fleet Star. The Fleet Star is still on Smithville, technically. And I'm going to wait till morning to do this. Okay, here's our fuel truck. Our trusty Fleet Star, man. I love this truck. It is such a solid machine. Not the biggest truck, not the strongest truck, but it is an absolute workhorse. It's an absolute unit. The Western Star is way more economical fuel-wise than the Chevy, so it has not had fuel problems. But I knew I would need fuel, so I put a fuel frame on here. There has to be a fuel station. I saw a sign for a fuel station before. I guess we just haven't found it. It must be in this direction. It must be somewhere we haven't been. Yep, and here's the CK-1500. Okay, let's plot a route. It's not too bad. We're gonna see. That's why I built the bridge. First off, we're gonna cross the bridge we created, because this fuel tank could never make it over that bridge, or could never make it through that forest road. And actually, it's fairly controlled. What does this person want? Oh, I think he lost a car or something. I don't remember. They lost a truck. There's something I gotta pull. I gotta pull or tow here. There's a stepped flatbed. Or there's a ramped flatbed that I want to use, but none of my trucks have a saddle on them. So I guess I can wait to find that Pacific truck that's here, and I could use that for like the large hauling. I don't know. Oh wow, time is flying. I think I'm gonna get this truck in a good place, and then I'll pick up next time. Oh yeah, this thing's awesome. This thing's an awesome little truck. Look at it go. This thing is such a nice little truck. Alright, we're highway for a couple of seconds. Now we're not highway. I put the fuel trailer on this instead of the Western Star because it has diff lock, so if I had to rescue a truck anywhere that was like horrible mud, I could. Because having differential lock... Okay, now I can fuel this. Refuel, source is going to be fuel tank. And then I'm fueling up the Chevy. Fuel her up! Okay, Chevy's got fuel in again. Now I'm going to need to reverse this out, I think. Yep, I've got torque in reverse to do this. This is not as tippy as this truck is with the service frame on it. I'm pleasantly surprised. And actually what I want to do is... Here, I'll keep this here for a couple seconds. That's actually not like a bad parking job. I want to stop the engine. I want to go to the map. Get into the Chevy CK, start her up. And the service trailer is like right down there. So I want to pull this Chevy past the Fleet Star so that it's past the Fleet Star. And then I want to take the Fleet Star and actually pull this service trailer out. Because it can. And then that's gonna be the stream. I gotta call it. Because I got things to do. Okay. And then I want to pull out the service trailer. Because this is not, it's not a particularly good place for it to be in. And I think the Fleet Star, even with a fuel tank attached to it, I think it can pull the service trailer. I believe in it. It's a solid truck. It's going to be slow. But if I need to do repairs, the service trailer is going to be my lifeline for a while. Yeah, look at it go. No problem. This truck is great. I love this truck. I think thus far the Fleet Star is my favorite all-around truck. Maybe because of the memories. I have very good memories of like sort of learning and struggling in this truck. Okay, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be a bit of a tough maneuver. I'm gonna have to reverse from this position, which is a bit tippy. A bit tippy. Reverse up to the dolly. Okay, we're hooked. Okay, I'm gonna need low gear and diff lock for this. Because now I'm pulling a sled. But now I have a service trailer. So I can do all my repairs. The truck got stuck by Corblund. Okay. You know, I want... So, before the next stream, I'm going to make, like, sound drops and, like, I'm going to make intro, outro. Because I'm gonna do this for a while. I really like streaming this game. For sure. So, I'm going to look for, like, an intro song. I'm going to make a little intro thing. Because I want to just keep doing this for a while. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Where would be a good place for a repair trailer to live? Probably here. But my truck got stuck. It's funny, since I've been posting about Snowrunner and just searching things about Snowrunner in general, I've fallen down the rabbit hole of like trucking YouTube, and trucking YouTube is very cool. Like actual, like real truckers on YouTube, very, very cool algorithm to fall into. Okay, this mud's not so deep up here. Oh yeah, we're burning 3 gallons a minute. But we got all the fuel in the world, boys. I am worried about tipping, though. Because if I tip, I have to recover. And if I recover, I'll be 2 regions away. And I don't want to do that. Right. Oh yeah, I am guzzling fuel. But I have so much fuel. I'll feel more comfortable once I know where a service hub and a fuel station are. But all in good time. Okay, gotcha. We got this. You can do anything. You can do anything, Fleet Star. Slow and easy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Because if I tip, I'm screwed. So I want to not tip. I don't know if that would be the best place for the repair trailer. I think I'll find a little spot down the track to keep the repair trailer next to the fleet, next to the Western Star. I think that's what I'll try to do. Or no, no, I'm thinking about this all wrong. I should drag it to the port. The port would be a good place for the repair trailer to exist. It's not exactly central, but it's sensible. It's a sensible place for the repair trailer to exist. So I'll drive it to the port, and then I'll put it in there. Might as well just keep on going. And I have all the fuel in the world, so. Whoa, this trailer's bouncing. Easy, easy. Bit of a tight squeeze in here with this trailer. Yeah, see, like I would think about putting it here, but that's a little cramped. This is a nice little area for the Western Star to live for now. I'm just going to continue on. I'm just going to pull this to the port. And then once this is at the port, I will park it. Shit! My wheels took massive damage. My wheels are still intact, but I don't even know what I hit. But I am going to need this service trailer. I am going to need this service trailer. I'm banging on my trucks a lot. But this is a pretty good ride to the port, now that the bridges are in place. This is a lot for this truck to do. Have a full fuel tank and a service trailer attached to it, but you have to work with what you have. That's a lot of the growing pains of this game. Whoa, that was close. That could have gone really badly. That could have gone very, very badly, but it didn't. Oh good, now I'm getting hungry. I can log off this, have a quick lunch before I gotta go do my other thing. This is great. I'm finally getting hungry from yesterday. Feels good. Feels good. I stuffed my face full of Italian food. Chicken Parmesan, let me tell you. There are a few things better than a good chicken parm. I'm going to try to reverse this up in a way that makes sense. Forward. Forward. It's hard on these dolly trailers, it's hard to keep the wheels aligned. Like the slightest turn messes with them. I'll get there. I'll get there. That'll do. And we want to face her out. Okay, and where's the Chevy? Just before I go, I want to know where all my trucks are. Okay, and what am I going to do next time? I have no idea how I'm getting over there to that tower. I have a rough idea of how I'm getting over there. Okay, so I'm actually going to get this Chevy on this track right here and point it at this tower. And then that's going to be the next step. So I need to turn the Chevy around. Oh, I should have just hopped into it. I have to turn the Chevy around and get it on that dirt track. That's where I ran out of fuel. Okay, that's going to do it for the stream. I'll see everybody next time. I think it's going to be like midweek this week, Wednesday. I don't know, probably Wednesday. But I want to do like Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday if there's time. I've loved playing this game, so I'm going to keep streaming it. Thank you for coming by. See everybody next time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Everything. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.